of science fiction. Hello and welcome to this series overview of the new Quantum Leap 2022. Been interesting, this series. Firstly, I'm going to say it's not like the original, where Sam Beckett travelled in time and sort of altered small events that would define people's lives, and overall it was like building a bigger picture. And then after 5 seasons he met an entity in a bar who said, well, it's you that's doing it, or he's been guided by a benevolent force. So we jump ahead to the year 2022. We get Dr. Ben Sung and Ernie Hudson as an admiral called Magic, Addison his girlfriend, and the rest of the team. Now the difference with this series is, which I definitely found interesting, we get to see the whole Quantum Leap installation and the people around it, the engineers, the scientists and all this, and we find out he was the head of the project, Dr. Ben Sung, and he jumps. Now we've had 8 episodes of this series. I did enjoy the pilot. I thought it was very good. Now a lot of people have not been happy with the casting and all this. I find the cast works really well. I think they've come together really well. I think the mechanics work in the series. But the thing is, like, the original is a classic and I would never say anything bad about it. But it is 30 years later. A new team of people, writers and all this, have now got hold of the franchise and they're going to change it. Whether you like it or not, this is the way it's going. Now I'm quite open to it. I always wanted to see Project Star Ripple back in the 90s, Al and the Quantum Leap installation. We did see a bit of the hologram room and the room where the other person's mind jumps into Sam's body. Well, he's in their body in the past, and they've opened the parameters with time travel. It seems that Dr. Ben Sung can sort of go further back, and that's what's sort of been interesting. Now I do like, now there is a conspiracy going on in the background with Admiral Al's daughter, and we do find out why Dr. Ben Sung jumped into the accelerator. They weren't ready to sort of start trying it. But first I just want to say, it's new people have got this, and they're following some of the old formula. I found the final episode today, it was quite touching. I did get into it, and it did have a bit of Quantum Leap magic in there. But then, you know, all the interactions of the other cast members, I sort of found it quite interesting, and getting to know about Dr. Ben Sung's life. Now they have kept it to the original, to quite a lot. We've had a lot of interactions of the past mentioned of when Quantum Leap started. Sam Beckett never returned home. He's somewhere out there. Now I think Scott Bakula's going to turn up in this, but not in this season. I think that's a bit too early. I think he's going to turn up like in the 2nd season in a cliffhanger. He's somewhere out there and he's going to make an appearance. Trust me. Now what I am worried about is that we're going to get an episode where Dr. Ben Sung leaps into Sam Beckett's body, and he's like a physicist and he's struggling when he's at university or MIT, and because of him jumping in, we create a loop that he gets sort of the inspiration to it, and this is how all the old Quantum Leap starts. I hope they don't do that. That terrifies me if they do that. It really does. We don't fucking need that. Now, we've already met another leaper, and he's not leaped yet. Apparently this guy leaps from their installation in the future, because nobody else has got the technology, not another country or anything like that as far as we know. Now this is where I want to see this series go. I want the evil leapers in this. I want them in this. I want Dr. Ben Sung to end up in their universe. Somehow he ends up leaping into a body in the opposite Quantum Leap projects, wherever, because you never find out where they come from. They're just there. Now they're working for Malevolent Force. We never find out. We do get some idea about their world. They're terrified of it, to go back, and we meet the lady hologram, forgot the actress's name, and they're all evil, and their computer's called Lothar, which is interesting. I would like to see that. That's where I'd like the evil Leapers to appear. Now, I think this series could do quite well because, like, they've opened the door to a whole new, like, a universe of time travel, and like, say like with Time Tunnel or any other series, when they open the door and then you get the basic episodes, suddenly they come across forces or things you can't understand that are doing things out there, and they've always existed. They've been doing it to unravel things or for their own agenda, but I'd like to see that, and I'd like to go into the world of the evil Leapers. I'd like Sam Beckett. He's somewhere out there, and there's a mass involvement with them, him and them, leaping around everywhere and undoing each other. Or there's something, but I would like to know more. You know, we're now starting to see the Quantum Leap installation. The casting's good, it works well, quite interested in that. I like the conspiracy that's going on in the background. We do get a few episodes where it, you know, about the moment it changes somebody's life. We get all this. But I really want to get into some weird shit on this series. Like, I really want them to open the door. Now, a lot of people are happy. They want, like I suppose, a remake of the original. It won't be done. You can't do it. Now, apparently, we're getting 6 episodes on the way. Obviously, either next year sometime, which I'm looking forward to. But I thought if we're halfway through a season, for a halfway season fan, I was a bit disappointed. Now, we did find out why he jumped into Accelerate. It was all to save Addison in the future, which he was out to save her. And that's why I jumped. So, and there was a hard drive found, and it's got a load of leaping coordinates to a certain destination. Now, I'd like to say that it's the evil Leapers that try and knock her off, and we're building to this sort of moment, and that's when Sam Beckett comes into it. That'd be interesting. But I think they've laid out a sort of decent enough conspiracy for the next season. But like today's episode is very Stand By Me, the film and all that, and I didn't mind it. But like, we got the shocker in the last 3 or 4 minutes. It was like a few episodes ago when he met the other Leaper dude. We only got him right at the end. I'd like a bit more. You know, I think we deserve that. You know, but they've given you enough to sort of bait you in. So this is going to be interesting. Now, there was some mention about him. Apparently, he's leaping faster. So and that means he's totally broken the quantum rules. Is he trying to get to the future? You know, and it's going to be interesting where this like, because they meet this other leaper. He hasn't leaped yet, so whatever he's going to do hasn't started. And we never got a lot of that in the TV series about time travel, you know, like in our day, and how it affects the future. We're starting to see that, which is interesting. I think, you know, this series is not so bad. I've enjoyed watching it. It's not overcomplicated. They've kept it running at a very nice pace. But like I said earlier, I think they could do a lot more with this, which I'd be sort of impressed with if they did. You know, I don't know. I just think they could offer a lot more. You know, something. I'd like to know about these other forces out there. The guy in the room from the original series in the final episode, is it God or is it a benevolent entity? Then there's an opposite to him, who is Lothar, the evil Leapers. There's a universe of so much potentially, and Dr. Benson could be the key to it, and that's how you bring in Dr. Sam Beckett into this. You know, now I hope they don't like go and shit it all down toilet. I really do. I'd like to see some sort of potential with this. I think it's started off okay as we're halfway through the first season. I mean, there was something about this senator that turned up as well, Steve. They had a senator turn up in one episode, and she wasn't stupid. She know that somebody's leaked because of the power requirements, you know. And maybe that could be an evil leaper in her body trying to infiltrate their project. I mean, the potential is just incredible. and that you go into the concept of quantum leaping as a weapon. You know, I mean, the potential is there, isn't it? And like there's this malevolent force that's doing this thing, but you build this up to a season 3 build up. But like everything in this, the characters, the writing, it's moved along very nicely. I know a lot of people are not happy with it, which is fair enough, but I've quite enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to more. So that's my review of this. That's what my thoughts. So please give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts on this series, good or bad. You know, I'm open to it, and I will see you on the next video. And I am not going to say oh boy, I'm going to say live long and prosper, and see you on the next video.